What's up, y'all? Your boy Kuya, Nerds Rule the World, back again for another week. It's the middle of September, getting closer to the spooky season. But Heather will tell you we are already in the spooky season once Spirit Halloween opens up. So yeah,
Before Spirit Halloween opens up.
Huh? Say it.
Before Spirit Halloween opens up.
Yeah. So how are you doing today, Heather? What's going on with you?
Nothing much. Trying to get your life in line. What really sucks about when your world falls apart, you have to get it back together somehow. Takes a while. Other than that, watching movies, doing lots of homework. Accounting homework sucks.
So you're going for your master's now, right?
Yeah, this is my master's degree.
Go ahead, girl. You're a bigger person than me. Like, I'm just done with school.
Do you kids call me fat?
I didn't say that. Where did you get that? I never would say that about anybody. I am not judge. I don't judge people like that.
It's different. Like, if you know, get your education, do your education, do your thing, live your life the way you want. But yeah. Master's degrees, a lot of them are what's called collaborative. So they're very team centric, especially one where about leadership. I'm getting my MBA. So it's like you're working to be a leader, you're working to be a part of a team. So everything is collaborative. So like today, I have a meeting with my accounting team to work on a general ledger that if you are an accountant out there, I'm sorry, you are way too, you're in it for the money if you're in accounting. That's literally it. By God, if you can get all this, rock on. But there's no reason to do this in a team element. And we were in a team group yesterday for 5 hours, and now we have to get back because we keep arguing about what to do in accounting.
Yeah.
But anyway, collaborative degrees suck.
Yeah, like I said, I am done with school. Yeah, I'm doing other pursuits now. That thankfully at the more, or at least thus far, hasn't required that degree. So been lucky.
The military gives you some things.
Yeah.
The military does give you some things. You get experiences that many of us don't ever get.
True. Well, I went to school while I was in the military as well. Mm-hmm. I did a little bit of both, and my years of now professional training, because while I look young, I am very old.
Well, there's also a level, and this says a lot. Sorry, we're getting on a
complete tangent. They're like, what is this? We didn't subscribe for this.
There's also such a difference in the expectation of education compared to what it used to be. Kuya and I, neither of us are young. Neither of us are children. I'm getting my degree because I decided to change my life in a way that is completely different than what I was doing. Kuya put himself into a position that he was able to branch upwards. I could not do that. There's a big difference there. So I needed to do something else. Which is totally cool. That's how you do it.
Yeah, I love that. I commend you for that. That's just awesome.
But there is a huge difference from how you can branch upwards in the past 30 years. I had a friend in Dallas who she became a VP at Time Warner Cable, no degree. She had a GED from high school because of a personal situations. Life happens. GEDs are still degrees. Rock on if you can get that. But she had a GED. That was the highest education piece of paper that she had. And she was a VP in, I think, the sales department at Time Warner Cable locally. It wasn't like she was the big VP, but she was like, the office VP. Girl was making like $130,000 in the 90s.
Props.
There's no way we could get that nowadays without 3 master's degrees. There's no way. It's unfortunate.
It's crazy out here, but anybody that is doing what they enjoy or pursuing the things that they want out of life, I commend you. It takes a lot of grit, determination, and support from everyone around you, and that inner spirit and inner drive to keep it going despite, everything going else on in the world and at home. So, I salute you, Heather.
Thank you. I'm not going for reasons, but
no one expected us to have that conversation. So let's give them what they came here for, Heather. Mm-hmm. in the essence of time and what we both have going on, we won't go into what we're watching. We'll catch them all up next week because I have 4 picks this week.
Okay.
Very quickly, Heather. One I won't go in too long because I want to let it go. And people are probably saying, Patrick, why do you want to let it go? It's because it's Never Let Go that is coming to theaters this week. And it's a big film and everybody's expecting it because they love Halle Berry. I love Halle Berry. And I also love Alexander Aha, who's the director on this, who gave us The Hills Have Eyes, who gave us Crawl. And we saw the trailer, Patrick. It looks cool. Well, I'm not going to break it down. We're going to watch the trailer. I'll put up a full review by the end of the week to tell you what didn't work with me. But let's check out the trailer for Never Let Go. And then I'll let it go.
Okay.
One touch without a rope on is all it takes. Never let go.
Once upon a time, there was a mother and her 2 sons. And nothing could hurt them as long as they stayed connected to their home.
I know this life's been hard on you boys since the world ended.
Don't feed the dog. We're not the only ones starving.
But the evil out there is clever. One touch without a rope on is all it takes. Never let go.
Never let go. Never let go. After your rope broke, did you notice anything? Why are you asking all these questions? Mama never lied to us. It wants you to doubt me. Maybe it's safe to leave.
That's what it wants you to think. That rope is your lifeline. Never let go.
Say it.
Never let go.
Maybe the world's still out there.
We're in the world now.
All right, there you go. Dropping this week, Never Let Go. I'm going to say this real quick because I might have came off a little bit harsh a second ago in regards to my feelings on it. Again, I'm going to have a full review on the channel with those sentiments. I'm going to say this. The film looks amazing. The way it was shot, everything. The opening scroll really had me at the jump off. Halle Berry, does her thing as always. The young actors are brilliant. Great set of young men that play her sons. My biggest issues are story based, and as a professional critic, how the story kind of takes you going this way or that way. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Check out my review, but I was entertained. I'll say that, and it was visually stunning. So if that's what you're looking, we all look for movies to escape and also kind of make us think. This movie makes you think, and it makes you think this way and also that way. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But I was entertained, and it's a great looking film. So look for that review on the channel. So here's the top 3, and I'm ready to rock it. Heather, are you ready?
Sure, absolutely.
Had to throw that one in there though. I was like, and I almost forgot about this one. So that's why I was like, I actually made a quick change. So that's why we have 4. So Never Let Go. Let that one go, and now let's go along to Marvel with Agatha All Along, which I totally almost forgot that it was dropping this week, and I'm excited because I actually had the opportunity to see the first 4 episodes, but I'm dying to see the last 4 because there's only 8 episodes in it. I want to know what happens, and I can't wait to talk to Heather all about it. She and I will be talking very soon because we're also going to drop reviews for each episode. So look for that. Heather, let's talk about Agatha All Along.
Agatha, who who's been messing up everything.
The Covenless Witch.
It's been Agatha all along.
No. What really happened to you?
Seekest thou the road to all that's foul and fair?
She took every little bit of power I had.
Gather sisters far.
I'm assembling a coven. We gotta get back on top. I'm gonna walk the road. Join me.
Darkest hour, wake thy power, earthly and divine.
The Witch's Road will give you the thing you want most. If you make it to the end. The road is a death wish.
Heard you guys were having a party.
What's up? Hey.
Shall we?
It will test us and our knowledge of the craft.
We don't even know what we're up against.
Our worst nightmares.
How do we pass this trial without any power?
We survive, like witches have been doing for centuries.
What happens next?
I just need these witches to get me to the end.
The bodies are really piling up.
Why do you let them believe those things about you? Because the truth is too awful.
I want my prize! Time to finish the road.
Last one there is a nice person.
Follow me, my friend, to glory at the end.
All right, there you go. The first 2 episodes dropped this week. Let's go all along the Witch's Road. Man, I can't wait to go on this journey with Heather and everyone else so we can talk about it. Because there's so many things that I love about just what Marvel's doing with their Disney Plus work. Some people hate it, some people don't like it. I'm a true Marvel fan, I feel. I really enjoy She-Hulk. A lot of people give some flack to some of that material. I think they're just haters or what do you call them? Hebrews, Heather. Some edgelords.
It's always She-Hulk was always one of those shows that I really loved saying, I told you. Watching that everyone hit that 3rd episode and everyone's opinion changed real damn quick. I also think that we're also going to see a better quality of product starting in 2025 when Disney, or 2026 when Disney said they are going to start cutting back and just doing one show a year. It's for Star Wars and Marvel, which we've had an inundation of it. So even the most robust fans are kind of getting a little bit bored of it.
I don't know. I kind of hate that.
Well,
I like the dedication. It gives a little bit more people to work a little bit more tighter.
It also gives too much content for some people. And I'm not even talking about not liking it. It's just sometimes too much. And not saying, hey, I've been enjoying it. But it's one of those where it's like, I can definitely understand. I think that it also impacts the quality. People feel like creatives feel like they have to push out versus creating that quality. And Agatha, going back to it, this is one of those shows where, once again, I got to be part of the press conference. It was really wonderful to listen in, to watch. They took, I think it was 3 years to create sets, to create costumes, to build a story. Giving that type of passion into a show is wonderful. Once again, the cast said they were in tears when they saw the actual Witch's Road because it is a place. They built it. It wasn't CGI. Creating these opportunities, creating these deeply immersive worlds again, I think is going to be something that we will see more of going into the future. And Agatha, I think, is that first step. I'm really excited for it. I have not gotten to see it yet. I'm very disappointed that I haven't gotten to see it yet. I'm very sad. But I was part of the first press conference. I think they did 2 in total, but I was part of the first one after D23 when that song was premiered, where the cast came out and sang it. They are all singing it. Each episode is thematic, so it's going to be kind of fun. That's why you have a song episode, kind of a la sitcom. But I'm very excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to talk about it.
Can't wait to talk about it, Heather. And look for those reviews of each episode very soon from me and Heather. Again, the first 2 episodes dropping this week. So we'll have that. That'll be the first episode is us talking about the first 2 episodes. So last but not, well, no, I have 2 more picks to go. The penultimate picks. These 2 films are going to be, I'm telling you, in my top 10 for the year. I'm already calling it now. Amongst all the other films
not the
I've
top
seen.
10, sir.
Cracking the top 10, yes, Heather, which is wild, right? In 1 week, I have 2 films that are one probably in my top 3, the other in my top 10. I'll call that for right now. With one of them battling for first place for my top film of the year. We're gonna kick off with an animated one. This is definitely in the top 10, and more than meets the eye. We're talking Transformers 1, y'all. Here we go.
So, how long do you think we'll be here? I'm not talking to you.
I'm not talking to you.
You know what? We are so screwed. Thought you weren't talking to me.
You two, come with me. Report to Waste Management.
Hi there, I'm B127. I'm actually working on some nicknames. The one I'm floating right now is Badassatron, which is actually pronounced Badassatron.
We're gonna call you B.
I love that so much.
Wish they didn't show that. That was one of my favorite parts.
Slowly working on can't even transform. Don't you want to see what's out there?
There's a reason no one goes to the surface. It's dangerous.
Why'd you bring jetpacks?
If we survive this, I'm gonna kill you.
I accept those terms.
The surface.
It's beautiful.
You have proven yourself worthy. Take these and access your full potential. It's time to show them we are more than meets the eye.
We can transform now.
On 3, 1. It's working! Where's my head?
How do we use these things?
The wheels! I need wheels! Woo! Guys, that's not good.
We've got these powers for a reason. Let's use them.
We stand here together as one.
Whoa! I got a battle mask! It appeared with this guy. Knife hands? I have knife hands!
I can see that. B, these are not the bad guys.
Why did you cut the door?
What? No, it was already like that. Right?
Yes, that's right. Yes. It was. Yeah, it was already like. Yeah, that's right.
All right, there you go. Dropping this week. You don't want to miss it. I'll say it. Probably the best animated Transformers movie of all time. I'm sorry. I know we have a lot of passionate fans, myself included, because I was born and raised during the 83 Transformers, the movie with Leonard Nimoy, with Burgess Meredith, all of them. But I'm sorry. I just had so much fun with this one, man. It was so good. And I can't wait to talk all about it. Heather, you saw it over the weekend. You caught an early screening, and I saw some of your thoughts. But please go ahead. How do you feel about this new one?
For those comic nerds out there, if you didn't realize this is the year one of Transformers. So this is honestly the best year one movie we've received, I think. And I'm saying that I think Batman Year One was a pretty damn good movie, but this actually outdid it for a year one film. And I do want to clarify, we did see his name at the end, but my husband he wasn't super excited about this movie because all he heard was this was another Chris animated film. It's not the worst Chris. It's not the other Chris. It's Chris Hemsworth.
The one that is just doing everything?
The one that's just doing fucking everything. It's not him. It's one of the better Chris's.
Yes.
One of the better Chris's.
Better Chris's.
Also, Keegan Michael Key as B is
everything.
I love him.
Shout out to Badassatron himself.
Shout out to Badassatron. But this was a lot of fun. I am not a Transformers fan. I am not one to run to a Transformers movie. I mean, there was one at the end of earlier this year, at the end of last year.
Yes.
And I totally was just like, you and Glenn have it. Have at it. I don't need it.
And I would say that is probably the best, and that was Rise of the Beast. Probably for me, the best live action version of the Transformers we've gotten this far. Because fuck Michael Bay and the what he did there with that.
Absolutely. Not saying anything of it. It's just I'm one of those people that I'm usually like, I'm okay. But my husband and I were both, we both had a very busy day on Saturday. And I was pulling a plane, y'all. I ran and I pulled a plane after the movie. But we were both kind of like, do we really have to do this when we went into it? Completely changed our minds. Very happy we went. It was a hell of a good time. Once again, we'll have more of a review, but if all I can tell you is it completely blew us away, it's worth it.
Definitely. It's definitely a mood changer. It has a good spirit to it.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun. And we'll say there are some elements of the film that I think might not be comfortable for a bunch of kids. There were some kids in our audience because I went to one of the more open screenings with pressing where press were included with an open audience, and some of the kids did seem a little bit perturbed at times. So it might not be so much for young kids. Some of the content might just go over their heads. It's not like bloody or anything like that. Just some of the content might go a little bit over their heads. Heads up.
Yeah. And we'll have that. We'll talk about that in the review. Yeah, some good stuff. And I might have some anecdotes because actually earlier today, I didn't realize until like the last minute, I had the press conference for the film, and Chris Hemsworth and Brian Tyree Henry were there along with the director, Josh Cooley. Learned some interesting tidbits, but I'll keep that for the review. So that'll make y'all come see my review with Heather and all of that. And also I'm working on getting my good friend who is the writer on Transformers 1. His name's Bobby Rubio. He worked over at Pixar along with Josh Cooley before they came over to Paramount, and was a guest on my ShoPowSho. I'm working on getting his schedule together with my schedule and talking about our fandom of Transformers and how he did such a brilliant job, I feel, with this screenplay. I think he did an excellent job. And as you heard from Heather too, I think a lot of people are going to see the great work, and everyone will see how much of a fan he is of the Transformers franchise, and all of that he implemented into the script was outstanding. So stay tuned for the review, that interview, fingers crossed. But now let's get into some substance, y'all. My top pick for this week, and battling it out for my favorite film of the year. I'm going to say it already. Sing Sing is currently sitting on top as my favorite film of the year, but this is everything as a filmmaker that I enjoy and want to do and strive for, and it came out of left field. I never knew this film was coming, and it blew my mind. But I will say this, it's probably going to divide a lot of people. You're either going to really love this film like me, or you're going to hate this film. But I'm of substance. So let's get into the substance. Here we go, Heather. You like that one, huh?
Sure.
People always ask for something new. It's inevitable. At 50, well, it stops.
Have you ever dreamt of a better version of yourself? Younger, more beautiful, more perfect. One single injection unlocks your DNA and will release another version of yourself. This is the substance.
I'm Sue.
You're hired.
Let's go.
A perfect balance of 7 days each. The one and only thing not to forget. You are one. You can't escape from yourself.
There's been a slight misuse of the substance.
This balance is not working.
Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
You have to control yourself! Old, fat, disgusting.
People are gonna love that.
All right, there you go. Dropping in theaters this week. The Substance, like I said, probably it's battling Sing Sing for my top film of the year.
Hard choice there.
Man. And like I said, Heather, a lot of people, I can't wait to see what you think of it when you finally see it, especially a lot of my female friends. Just to hear that. Hear your vibes, because it's labeled as a feminist body horror film.
Yeah.
It's written and directed by an amazing French woman who I'm now head over heels on because of her work on this film. I had heard of another film she did years ago called Revenge, and kind of talking on those some similar themes of her voice, what she wants to talk about as a female, as a, you know, in today's world, in society. And I think she just did an amazing job here. It's, again, very in your face, stark, bold, as you saw from the trailer. It looks like a music video, and pretty much the entire 2.5 hour runtime plays like that. And it might go on a little long. My pal Ashley Saunders, who's been on the channel, said, you know, there's parts where, you know, you think she could have cut it off, and what she would have liked more in regards to the film. I could see that, but she had a statement that she wanted to make with this film in regards to Coralie Fargy. And I just love that it felt like a film that wasn't restrained by Hollywood and studio execs, where she was given the platform to just speak her mind. Maybe that's why it's on Mubi, such a smaller platform and not a major, an even bigger studio, because damn it, does she just go for the gusto, you know, and it didn't feel creatively restricted. And that's what I look for in filmmaking. Where I thought she was going to stop, she was like, no, I'm going to punch harder and harder. And in a lot of ways, one of the things when we were coming up out of it, we all thought it was a male that did it. I didn't know that Coralie Fargy. Well, I didn't even know the name of the person that wrote and directed. We all kind of thought it was dude, because it also buys into male fantasies of just because it's gratuitous. There's a lot of nudity in it. There's a lot of blood in it. There's a lot of violence in it. It's because she's punching at today's society and how society treats women and everyone in society, how sex is just blasted in your face, violence is just blasted in your face. So she's like, okay, I'm just gonna do that and give you that take and not be restricted with it. And I just fucking love the hell out of it. I'm gonna have more in a review. My pal Anthony Francis with Screen Comment, film movie review, film threat, and Screen Comment will be chatting it up with me. And I think Ashley is actually going to come in as well with some of her thoughts. There's going to be a lot of people, again, loving and hating this film, but I definitely know quite a few people that it's probably going to be in their top 10 list, and it's battling it out in the top 3 for me. An amazing film, and I can't wait for you to say that. I'm very curious your opinion. A lot of my female friend and critics, I'm very curious their thoughts. on this film. Yeah. Shout out to Demi Moore, killed it. Margaret Qualley killed it. Corley Fargeet, writer director, killed it. Dennis Quaid, fuck you, but he played himself essentially in this film. He's a slimy asshole bastard, and fuck you, Dennis Quaid. I used to be a fan of yours a long time ago until I heard your politics. You're an asshole. Fuck yourself. Heather, what do you got to say?
I am. This is very curious to me. It's definitely a body horror. It's definitely It's definitely going to hit women a different way. And I think you put a point to that. And Demi Moore is also fucking gorgeous. No matter how fucking old
amazing.
She is. That woman is one of the most beautiful women on this planet.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to hit people it's going to hit in some very weird spaces that need to be talked about. Some spaces that we need to talk on. I'll be curious to see it. I'm glad that it's coming to streaming because unfortunately I think it's going to get there's a lot of good stream coming out, and I think a lot of people are going to stay home this week to watch it. One of them that's not on this list is The Penguin that's coming out this week as well.
Oh shit! What? There's a lot coming out this week.
There's a lot coming out this week, but a lot of it's on stream, which makes it very comfortable to enjoy. You know, a lot of places are experiencing the first true autumnal temperatures this week. We're getting in the 70s. Oh my God, it's about time. So it'll be a nice week to just kind of enjoy some horror, enjoy some crime drama, enjoy some fun films, and go enjoy maybe over the weekend Transformers. So I'm excited, but I'm excited for The Substance. A lot of people are curious at what it is. And if you want a comic that this reminds me a lot of, there's this Image comic called Beauty. It's about an STD that makes you beautiful. But terrorists take over and they start killing people with it. So
I remember that, but I never read it. Now I'm inclined to check it out again.
Jeremy Hahn is one of my favorite comic humans. I love him to death. I have a whole bunch of his stuff. Actually, I have one of his pieces of art that I need to put up. But if you are a comic person, while I was watching, I was just like, I got to go back and read Beauty. It's not the same thing, but it's about what would you do to be beautiful? Would you actively want to kill yourself? Would you give yourself an STD, something that would murder you just to be beautiful again? Or beautiful at all? Yeah. So
that's a lot of this. Oh, I got to read that now. I just love those notions, those questions, and really going at that question. And that's great. Great recommendation. Man, there's a lot to talk about. As Heather said, The Penguin totally slipped my mind. We're going to be doing reviews on that as well. I know I'm super anxious to talk about that with Heather. I had the blessing of seeing it all already. I know Heather's all caught up, so we're going to be dropping that with those thoughts. Again, Transformers 1, Heather and I will be getting together to do that review. The Substance, I'll be dropping that with Anthony. And then what was my other pick? Oh my gosh, Never Let Go. We're going to be talking about that. That's going to be a quick review because you're going to need to let that go. And Agatha All Along. We'll be dropping episode reviews, all of that, myself and Heather. So a lot of content coming. I got a lot of interviews. I was just recently at SPX over the weekend. That's the Small Press Expo. Heather knows that's one of our great indie conventions. Some of the best indie creators are there. I spoke with a bunch of them and friends. So that content will be coming. I got so much to edit and put up. And Baltimore Comic-Con is coming up as well. So look for that content because I'll be hooking that up. So a lot coming. Heather Hurt, your boy QP. Any other thing before we sign off out of here, Heather?
Like, subscribe, do those things. Watch for interviews.
There you go, y'all. Awesome. Peace out, y'all. Till next week.